Goeiemôre, good morning. As jy sopas by ons ingeskakel het. Nou ja, aan die naweek hierdie Suid-Afrikaanse nasionale roei kampioenskappe net hier om die draai by die Rode Plaat Dam plaasgevind. Arnold Geerts, ons sportman, gesels nou met die Olimpiese roeiers Paige Badenhorst en Chris Baxter, wat self die naweek die waters trotseer het. Arnold.
Goeiemôre, Peter. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. So much to you as well. Really nice to have you with us. I guess the first question after that intro from Peter is Paige. Let's, as we should, start with the ladies first. How did the championships go over the weekend?
Yeah, it was really, really good. It was quite a competitive field, so it was very good racing, lots of preparation for our upcoming selection regattas that are coming up in the next few weeks, where we're trying to qualify for senior world championships at the end of the year.
And Chris, for you?
Yeah, it was really good. Some strong racing. Had a few boats that we kind of just entered for fun, but yeah, it was really, really good. Really happy with the results.
Both of you are being very modest. Where did you finish in your race?
Second.
Okay. Chris, you?
I won.
Ah, there you go. Okay, now I finally got that out of you. That took a while. It was like a deep sea fishing expedition there, you guys. Let's just go back a while. I was amazed to see with you, Paige, that after doing your varsity in the US and then Cambridge in the UK, you won the boat race. I mean, it is the race of all races. Just take us back to that and how that went for you.
Yeah, that was amazing. Like you said, it's the race of all races. We dream of doing that race as young athletes. And to be a part of it was incredible. I can't actually describe to people how much of a spectacle the race is. And we don't get a lot of spectatorship for our sport, but there's about 250,000 people on the bank, millions of people watching online, and it's something we never really get to ever experience in our kind of sport.
It is like the World Cup final of rugby or cricket, isn't it?
Yeah, honestly, it feels like that. The amount of media that happens before it, the hype, the attention, and there's just people literally along the bank the whole race. You never have a moment of silence.
And talk to us about the race itself.
It is a long race. It's on the River Thames, so you've got the added technical side of the race with currents and bends, and then the wind comes into play when the river turns into different bends. So the cox who steers the boat has quite an important role for them. So it's a tactical race as well as a very physical race because it's very long. So the mental side also comes into that because you have to stick it out for a while, and it's one-on-one. You either win or you lose.
Simple as that. Chris, I guess it's very much the same with the pairs as well, not quite, but almost. Under 23 champion in your time. What are you working on at the moment? I know that you talked about qualifying for World Champs in China in September, but you're in the boat again with your mate Damien Bonner-Hakun. Talk to us about that and how that's going at the moment for you.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure to have him back. He briefly stopped at the beginning of 2023, and yeah, I'm really happy to have him back in the boat, and we can finally have our dream of racing together at the world stage. And yeah, like you said, the under 23 gold medal was really something special. Coming through high school rowing together, and then to actually achieve the goal that we set out to achieve was something really special.
I'm interested to go here for a while, and I'm going to ask you this too. You speak to top athletes who have this goal, and it's far away, and you've given yourself 9 months, and there's all these building blocks. And finally, when you get there and you grab it, there's a massive letdown in the next few days afterwards, that anticlimax. How does one get through that? How did you get through it, Chris?
Um,
Well, bold you crop
I
a
think
neck.
that's the million-dollar question.
I'm still trying to figure that one out. No, I think, I mean, you have to celebrate all the wins along the way, and really just, once you have achieved the goal, you have to celebrate it. You can't just okay, it's done now and move on. I think that's definitely something that I've learned in the last few years, and yeah, I think that's probably the best way. And could say other ways that I probably shouldn't say on.
Celebrating a little, yes.
Exactly.
Paige, for you, I mean, let's be honest, you win the boat race. That's almost, other than Olympic medaling, it's the ultimate, isn't it? What comes after that? Sit in the bath and look at your toes and go, what now? What
It
now?
honestly was really hard. I
Yeah.
actually had a very hard time for the few days after that regatta, because it was such a hyped up event. Like there was so much going into it. I actually really struggled mentally a lot. I was just like, what do I do now? It's done. It's over. I dreamt of this forever. And luckily, I'd had my parents come over to watch the race. So I did have them there to support me. And we spent a few days together, which was really nice. But I actually had exams 2 weeks later. So I also had to pick myself up and get straight back into studying, which I hadn't done at all before the boat race. So it was 2 weeks of max studying.
Your parents know that now. You've blown that now.
Yes, now my cup is blown.
Unfortunately, with great love and respect, your sport is not a big sport in South Africa, but in some schools, it is a big sport. How, according to you, will we get your sport rowing bigger in South Africa? Let's start with you, Chris. What do you think? What does it need?
I definitely think like just to like have people talking about it and get
Exposure?
yeah, get it exposed, get it known. I mean, we were speaking before we came on air about an Instagram post that I did because not many people actually know about rowing. So yeah, just to educate people and to actually get some form of I want to say live streaming or documentaries going on about it. Because you see the rugby and the soccer and the cricket every weekend, and we'd be lucky to get maybe one weekend or 1 week a year at that World Champs, and not everyone knows about that even. So yeah, just getting the word out about it, and hopefully getting some form of proper like good quality live streaming out for our races.
If you were the Minister of Rowing in this country, what would you do first?
Oh gosh, I think going off of what Chris was saying, that exposure is really important for us because you could honestly start rowing at any age. That's the beauty of the sport, I think. Like you can learn the technical side of it wherever you are in life. And like there's people who've started at university who've gone on to be Olympians. Like that's not uncommon. So I think like almost creating more exposure at like different levels that are not high school, because that's where we're succeeding at the moment. High schools have really strong programs, but maybe some more support and exposure and awareness about rowing at a university level or even at a club level. Like we have multiple clubs that are also operating throughout the country where people can join, and maybe just making people more aware of those clubs would be a good start.
The Olympic Games obviously is the ultimate other than the boat race. You finished 14th in Paris. Just take me back to experiencing the Olympic Games.
Yeah, I think there's nothing quite like it. It's the pinnacle of our sport, the dream everybody dreams if they're a young athlete. And I think we're really lucky to say that we actually achieved our dream. And it's surreal being there. Like you try to balance the emotions of finally succeeding your dream and being there, but also having the responsibility to perform and like all the pressures that come with that. So it's a balancing act. You're trying to embrace it, but also, stay on track. And it's just incredible being there with all those other athletes in the village, like those kind of things. It is so cool. Like I can't say any other words. It's just really cool. Yeah.
Chris, for you, 9th in the pairs?
Yeah, it was an eye-opening experience. Like I was lucky enough to go with one of the greats in South African rowing, John Smith. And he taught both of us a lot of lessons along the way. And yeah, like Paige said, the pressure that comes along with competing at the games, kind of hard to manage it and almost like what to expect. But yeah, I mean, coming down the race course, you normally you only hear noise in about the last 500. Here from the halfway mark, you're hearing noise, and there was one of our races I struggled to hear John behind me because it was that loud.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a really great experience, really good learning curve.
Were the beds cardboard in the end?
Yes.
Were they?
Well, it's the bed frame.
Okay. So,
But I can't say that the mattress is that much more comfortable
Oh,
than the frame. And we're so tall, like Chris and John couldn't even fit on the beds. You have to like go and ask for an extra length section if you want a longer bed. Yeah.
boy.
I heard a lot of people ordered like mattress toppers from, Amazon or something to try and make it softer.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Not ideal for athletes, is
No.
it?
Not exactly ideal.
Olympics in 2 years' time, you obviously are working towards that. I know that the next block you're going into is World Champs, but obviously all of it is aimed for further down the road.
Yeah, so we both have our eyes set on LA in 2028. That's the goal. I think personally for me, it's about like improving my performance. Like I've been to 1 Games and I'd like to go again and, see how much I've improved over 4 years and aim a bit higher.
Chris?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said earlier, I think having the opportunity to qualify the boat with Damien and really setting our sights on that qualification spot, and building it, from year one, kind of see how far we can get by the Olympic Games, and like Paige said, hopefully go for that top spot.
Really, we're pleased to have you here. I hope that this exposure here helps Rowing South Africa and you guys in particular, and also your sponsors. And that's obviously one of the big things, is to be able to give those sponsors everything that they need. So to Paige Badenhorst and Chris Baxter, thanks so much for joining us, and we really appreciate it. Best of luck.
Thank you,
Hope
Rob.
to see you participating in bringing back some medals from Worlds, okay?
Thank you.
Inderdaad, dis dan dit vir ons hier vir die oomblik, maar ek weet Pieter is nou so lus om te gaan roei, hy kan nie sy lag hou nie.
Ja, en net hierna kyk ons hoe motorfietsryers of bikers ingespring het om 'n dogtertjie met gehoorprobleme te ondersteun en te help. Moenie weggaan nie.